Hello, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this presentation. This is Discover the Oregon Master of Accounting. This presentation will give a brief overview of the program itself and the application process and related timelines and cost. My name is Andrew. I am the Assistant Director of Graduate Admissions here at the Lundquist College of Business, and I directly support the Master of Accounting program. So there's my contact information should you have any questions about the program or the application process in the future. This is a brief agenda of what we will speak about in this presentation. So a quick snapshot of the program, career outcomes, where our recent graduates have ended up and their successes, the curriculum, general admission requirements, the application process, tuition and funding, and fall 2027 admission deadlines for your application. A snapshot of the program. So the Master of Accounting program is a 10-month program. It is CPA recognized curriculum. It is STEM certified. Should we have any international students looking to join the program, graduation from the program allots you 36 months of OTP time here in the United States. We offer three starts, fall, winter, or spring term. We are full-time in person, which is important to note. We do not offer any sort of virtual or hybrid in-person virtual learning experiences. So the program is 100% in person here in Eugene, and no work experience is required to apply for or attend the program. Within the program, we offer three specializations: tax, audit, and data analytics. So if you're entering the program knowing which route you want to take within the field of accounting, you can specialize your studies to give a greater in-depth education in audit or tax or data analytics. It's important to note entering the program, you're not tied to any of these. So should you change, if you initially select audit but decide you want to do tax, you can change it while you're a member of the program. This is an aerial view of the University of Oregon campus if you have not been here before. Right here, you'll see the Lillis Business Complex. So that is where all of the majority of your classes will take place. This is a snapshot of our incoming cohort that will begin this fall, our class of 2027. So we have 52 students. Their average GPA coming in is 3.63. The average age is 22, and 54% of them are Oregon residents. Preparing for a career in accounting. So what you see here is data from our most recent graduates that we have collected, our 2025 class. So when students graduate the program, post-graduation, 6 months to a year later, we solicit feedback on where they've ended up, who are they working for, what are their job titles, things like that. So from the 2025 class, you can see they're reporting back an average starting salary of $76,000, and 100% of them reported back that they are employed since graduation. And these are the companies and job titles that they reported back to us. So you can see that we feed big and small accounting companies. So everything from KPMG, Price Waterhouse, Jones and Roth, and other smaller accounting agencies. And then the job titles reported back to us: audit associate, tax consultant, tax associate, controller. So a wide range of job titles that our graduates fill in the real world of accounting. The curriculum. So the program itself is 3 terms. It is a total of 45 credits minimum to graduate. You have 10 core classes, which all students will take regardless of their chosen specialization, and 5 electives to meet the 45 credit minimum. And again, there's no work experience required for admittance to the program. Your core classes that you can see here, accounting and data analytics, taxation of business, strategic cost management. So again, these are classes that all students within the program will take. And then some examples of electives: advanced assurance, taxation of pass-through entities, government and not-for-profit. Depending on the specialization you choose, it will dictate what electives you take. So if you choose a tax specialization, you'll probably take more tax-heavy elective courses to give you that advanced knowledge of tax within accounting. Admission requirements. The minimum admission requirements for the program are a 3.0 accounting GPA and a 3.0 cumulative GPA. So when you submit your transcripts, the admissions committee will they'll look at your overall GPA of what's referenced on your transcripts, and then they will take out just the accounting related courses that you've done to date, and they will tabulate a GPA based off those classes alone. So again, 3.0 is the minimum GPA for both of those to qualify for the program. Your undergraduate degree, you need to be studying or already obtained an accounting undergraduate degree, or what we call an accounting concentration is where you're receiving a business degree, but you've taken quite a few accounting classes, which qualify you for an accounting concentration. And we will go over those classes that we would be looking for to classify you as an accounting concentration over the next slide. And English proficiency, should you have not obtained your undergraduate degree from a school in the United States or a native English speaking country, you must prove your English proficiency so you can see the associated TOEFL, IELTS, or Duolingo scores required to qualify for the program. Again, if you are not receiving an undergraduate degree in accounting and looking to apply with a business degree with an accounting concentration, these are the courses that we would need to see on your resume. Excuse me, your transcripts. So accounting 350, 351, 352, and 360. Now, these are what these courses are titled at the University of Oregon. If you're attending another institution, they may be numbered differently, titled differently. So, should you not be pursuing an undergraduate degree in accounting, please send us your transcripts just for a quick review, and we'll be able to quickly get back to you on whether you meet or are on track to meet the qualifications for an accounting concentration. The application process. These are the materials required for the application for the Master of Accounting. So a resume, transcripts, just unofficial is all we need for you to apply. A statement of purpose, which is just a short essay on why are you pursuing the Master of Accounting. GMAT test scores. One thing to note here is that we are GMAT optional. So you do not have to submit test scores with your application. General rule of thumb is that if your GPA is below 3.25, you should consider submitting GMAT scores, but ultimately it is your choice onto whether or not to submit those scores. English proficiency scores, if required, an application fee, which will be $70 if you are a domestic student and $90 if you are not a domestic student. And should it be complete and you meet all the minimum qualifications after review, you will be invited to an interview, which is 30 minutes. Tuition and funding. Our current tuition is shown here. So an Oregon resident pays a little over $22,000 for tuition, and a non-resident pays a little over $30,000. And then you can see just general fees required of all graduate students at the University of Oregon. As far as funding, the School of Accounting has its own pot of scholarship money that you'll be able to apply for. One thing to note is that this is a separate application from your application for admission. So, first step, apply for admission to the program. Should you be offered admission, you will then be allowed to apply for accounting scholarships so that you can receive feedback on any sort of financial assistance that may be coming your way from the School of Accounting prior to making your final decision on whether or not to attend the MAcc program. And these are our deadlines. So one date is to note is September 1st is when the application will open. So again, September 1st, the application will go live and you'll be able to begin completing your application for submission. The first deadline is October 15th. This is also the deadline if you're applying, if you're graduating a little earlier. Maybe you want to start winter of 27 or spring of 27. October 15th is your deadline to apply. Um, but for everybody applying for fall 27, all of these dates apply to you. So the early decision date of October 15th through the final application due date of July 23rd. We encourage everybody to submit as early as possible, but when you are ready and you feel that your application will be competitive, multiple reasons. The earlier you submit your application, you get a quicker decision. The seats are still available. Scholarships money is still available. And ultimately, it takes some weight off your shoulders if you already know what's next for the following year that you'll be attending the Master of Accounting program. So, lots of good reasons to apply early. And that is the presentation. Again, thank you for your interest in the Master of Accounting program. My name is Andrew. That first slide had my contact information. I'm here to make this process as smooth and easy as possible. So please reach out with any questions you may have to myself or to our admissions team here at the Lundquist College of Business. Our overall contact information is here. Look forward to helping you along this process and welcoming you to the next cohort. Thanks for your time.